In the lush, fantastical world of Final Fantasy IX, a young woman named Garnet navigates her complex journey from a sheltered heir to a person of true agency. Her transformation is not merely a tale of rebellion against an overbearing mother or a kingdom in turmoil. It is a deeply psychological journey through fear, desire, and ultimately, self-discovery. At the heart of Garnet's evolution lies her core motivation, a concept that can be beautifully illuminated through the lens of the Enneagram. This ancient system identifies 9 distinct personality types, each with its own core fears and desires that drive behaviors both conscious and unconscious. Garnet can be seen as primarily embodying the Type 9, the peacemaker, whose core desire is to maintain both inner and outer peace, while their greatest fear is loss and separation. Garnet's life in the royal court is a dance of maintaining harmony, a survival rule she learned early, growing up as the future queen in the shadow of her mother's empire. This formative ecosystem, filled with the grandeur of empires and the weight of crystal mythology, wraps Garnet in a cocoon of duty and legacy. Yet it is precisely these chains that set the stage for her journey. Her need to avoid conflict is her defense mechanism, her gift, and simultaneously her shadow. The path she walks is laden with the tension between her authentic self and the mask she wears to preserve the fragile peace of her world. In her early relationships, this pattern is both reinforced and challenged. Queen Brahne is the harsh taskmaster who activates Garnet's wounds, rewarding the behaviors that keep her compliant and unseen beneath the royal crown. Yet it is Zidane who sees beyond the facade, who recognizes the burden of duty that weighs heavily on Garnet's small shoulders. As a member of her chosen family, Zidane offers a mirror in which she can see her own potential for agency, beyond the confines of the peacemaker role she was born into. Similarly, the kingdom, both its people and its expectations, act as a crucible for her growth, providing both the walls that confine and the fertile ground from which she must learn to emerge. As Garnet's story unfolds, her journey is a chronological arc of identity, grief, and leadership. Each turning point offers a chance to peel back another layer of her Enneagram type, revealing the complexity of her character. Her escape from Alexandria marks the beginning of this metamorphosis. With Zidane by her side, she steps into a world where her decisions carry real consequences, where her voice must be heard. It is here that her fear of conflict is tested, and she must learn to confront the shadows of her upbringing. Her grief at the destruction of her home and the loss of her mother becomes a crucible of transformation. Stripped of her title and her past, Garnet is forced to confront the parts of herself she has long buried to sustain peace. The pain of loss and the forging of a new identity go hand in hand, intertwining her journey with the broader narrative of leadership and self-acceptance. Her relationship with Eiko further catalyzes this transformation, as Eiko's unwavering belief in Garnet's strength serves as a reminder of the potential for growth that lies within her shadow. As Garnet's internal battle between shadow and growth unfolds, she begins to integrate the lessons of her journey. What happens when she allows her strategy to become flexible? The rigid need for peace relaxes into a balanced ability to embrace conflict and assert her will. This newfound agency is not the rejection of her peacemaker instincts, but their evolution. It is a shift from a survival rule born of fear to a conscious choice empowered by understanding and experience. Viewers, as we delve into Garnet's transformation, consider the survival rules that guide your own lives. Have they helped you become who you want to be, or have they become chains that hold you back? Like Garnet, we all possess the potential for growth and change, and it is through understanding our core motivations that we can begin to forge new paths, embracing the shadows and the light within us. In the heart of Garnet's journey lies the dance between vulnerability and resilience. As she navigates through lands unfamiliar, the weight of her royal past hangs ever present, a constant reminder of what she was and what she has yet to become. This duality is mirrored in her interactions with Zidane, whose carefree demeanor challenges her structured worldview. Zidane, an Enneagram Type 7, embodies the archetype of the trickster, delighting in life's spontaneity. His presence catalyzes Garnet's internal struggle, inviting her to explore the uncharted territories of her own desires and fears. Their dynamic is a compelling exploration of opposites attracting. Garnet's initial discomfort with Zidane's unpredictability gradually softens, revealing her capacity for adaptability and trust. Zidane's influence encourages her to step beyond the confines of duty and into the realm of personal agency. This shift is not without its trials. Moments of tension between them highlight Garnet's struggle to balance her need for control with the liberating potential of surrender. It is in these moments that her resilience is tested, and her journey towards self-actualization gains momentum. The encounter with the Black Mages serves as another pivotal moment in Garnet's psychological development. Witnessing their plight, she is confronted with the ethical complexities of her lineage and the consequences of power. This encounter mirrors her own struggle with identity as she grapples with her role in a world where creation and destruction are intertwined. The Black Mage's search for purpose resonates deeply within her, reflecting her own quest for meaning and belonging. Here, the mentor archetype surfaces, as Garnet's empathy and insight guide both herself and others toward a deeper understanding of their shared humanity. As her story unfolds, Garnet's leadership matures, evolving from a position of inherited authority to one of earned respect. Her Enneagram Type 9. Nature, initially manifesting as a desire to avoid conflict, transforms into a strength characterized by diplomatic foresight and emotional intelligence. This evolution is starkly illustrated in her decision to cut her hair, a symbolic act of shedding her past and embracing the present. It marks a tangible shift in her self-concept, a commitment to forging her own path independent of her heritage. The internal and external challenges faced by Garnet culminate in a poignant reflection on the nature of leadership. Her journey underscores that true leadership is not defined by the absence of fear, but rather by the courage to face it. By integrating her shadow, the aspects of herself she once rejected or ignored, Garnet becomes a beacon of hope and change for her companions. Her leadership becomes an embodiment of the hero archetype, where vulnerability and strength coexist in a harmonious balance. In the broader ecosystem of the narrative, Garnet's transformation influences the collective journey of her companions. Her evolution from a sheltered princess to a self-aware leader inspires those around her to confront their own shadows. The interplay between Garnet and her allies forms a microcosm of collective awakening, each character's growth catalyzing the others. This interconnectedness reflects the universal truth that individual transformation can ripple outward, affecting the fabric of the larger world. Through her journey, Garnet illuminates the path of individuation, the process of becoming whole. Her story invites us to examine our own lives, to question the narratives we've inherited, and to seek the courage to write new ones. In embracing her shadows, Garnet teaches us that the parts of ourselves we most fear to acknowledge are often the keys to our greatest strengths. Her narrative reminds us that the journey of self-discovery is as much about unlearning as it is about learning, and that the road to authenticity is paved with both shadow and light. As we reflect on Garnet's journey, it becomes clear that her story is a testament to the enduring power of transformation. Her evolution from a figurehead of peace to an agent of change exemplifies the potential within each of us to transcend our limitations and embrace our fullest selves. In this way, Garnet's legacy extends beyond her kingdom, echoing in the hearts of all who dare to embark on the journey of self-discovery.